Alright, so before we start this video, I'm going to note that I got a new camera setup, so things are going to change. So if you've been watching my videos lately, you know that my camera quality is not the best. I know that in some certain light situations, it's the most potato quality you've ever seen. There's definitely going to be a microphone upgrade and a camera upgrade, so what I have is this. Now, for all you tech nerds out there, this is the Canon M50 EOS. I just bought the fuzzy for this, so this should come in soon. So you're gonna see the difference between this and this. So much more different, right? Well, I don't know how it's gonna sound like, honestly. I gotta edit that in. All right, so right now it is currently Monday. Now, I have 2 of the 3 packages that came in for the sea lights. I'm gonna adjust this real quick. Yeet. Oh, now you can see my forehead. Nice. Alright, so like I said, I have 2 of the 3 packages because I'm missing one package that is probably the most crucial package. But I'm going to show you what I have today. By the way, I'm filming in my car because I can't find a quiet spot to film. It's so noisy in the house, plus everybody's mowing their lawn and doing whatever. So first package that I have is the sea lights itself. Now, I purchased the Morimoto sea lights. They look like this. This is what they look like, and this is like a rubber material with LEDs in there, and this wire, I guess, goes to a module which goes to here. So there's 2 of these. Honestly, I hope they have directions for these because I am big confusion. Next will be the module. Now this is the XBT color control, meaning I can change the color of the lights. I mean, nothing too fancy, just a huge module like this. Some wires, no directions, of course, but yeah, this is what's going to allow me to control the color I want for my sea lights, and that is going to be cool because I'm going to be fully riced out. Alright, so the last package I'm missing is the adhesive. Now the adhesive is probably the most important part, is what keeps the water and stuff out of the headlight, so I definitely need that, and I can't start the project without it. This video will definitely be up by Friday, so you know, honestly, I gotta say this new camera setup is phenomenal. Tremendously phenomenal. How does Trump say it? Tremendously. Alright, so we're currently in the garage because I'm about to start my project, which would be the sea lights. So let's get to it. You know how we do things here. We don't talk, we just do. Alright, so today we're gonna be doing the sea lights. Now, I purchased these sea lights off SubiSpeed. They are the Morimoto switchback sea lights. Pretty cool. So this is the module that lets me control the lights from my app. This is the glue that is very important that I'm going to need. Now, as for the paint, if you look here, we're going to paint this whole chrome part. So this whole thing is going to be black, and I chose gloss paint. Now, I don't know how it's going to look. Hopefully really nice. And then I also bought clear gloss because I want like that extra sealant and protectant, so it will last longer. Alright, so I'm going to try to be as informative as possible, so if you guys are doing the same thing, at least you know what you guys are kind of doing. Now, I've never done this before, but it's always good to learn, so let's get started. Alright, so first things first, the bumper has to come off in order to get to the headlight. So, well, that is hot. So that is coming off. Alright, so I've never taken off this headlight before, so I assume that there are 2 bolts for now, but as we take it out, we'll find out. Alright, so I guess the headlight is actually held in by this bracket, so I guess we're gonna have to take off this bracket too. Alright, so we finally got this off. Alright, so we have completely disassembled the headlights. Yeah, everything's just in wires. So we're gonna move on to actually pulling these 2 apart. So that one is on foam. This one is on microfiber, so it doesn't scratch. So there seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 screws, I'm assuming. Okay, so 6 screws we're gonna have to take off. All right, so right now we're at one of the more difficult parts of this install is we have to separate both these pieces together. And from what I know, this stuff is very sticky, so I'm gonna wear gloves because I don't want it to get on my hands. But I'm gonna treat it with heat. Hopefully it makes it a tad bit easier to pull it apart, but let's see where this goes. All right, so I got them apart. Now, not gonna lie, that was kind of difficult. So right now I just gotta clean off the rest of that goo and then we can work from there. All right, so I have cleaned both of them. Now we're gonna put this one aside so we can focus on this. But before I do that, I'm gonna go take apart the other one off camera real quickly, and then we can move on from there. All right, so I got these both removed. So not gonna lie, the second one was a bit more difficult, and that stuff is really sticky. So right now we're gonna focus on removing these plastic pieces off this. All right, so I know these plastic pieces are kind of delicate, so I'm gonna go a bit easy on them. I don't want them to break, because that's gonna be very, very bad. I guess the next move is gonna be to remove the sea light right here. All right, got this one off. So I was really thinking of what to do with these side markers. Now, a light flashes through here and I really don't know if I want to keep them or not. All right, so we got this whole thing disassembled. Now we're actually gonna start painting this. So before we do any of the sea light, the wiring, we're gonna paint these first. So by the time we're done with the wiring and stuff and the sea lights, these will be done. All right, so I don't have any cardboard, so we're gonna make do with what we have. 4 jack stands on a trash bag. Now, honestly, I don't know how much coats we're gonna put on, but we're gonna see how it turns out. So it is windy, by the way, outside. So we are gonna paint this gloss black. All right, so we're gonna let that sit for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna go respray with another coat. But while we're waiting, let's get started on the wiring. All right, so I've run into this kind of dilemma where I have no idea what I'm doing. And even if I search up on YouTube, it has basically no information, because from what I see, this is more of a newer system from Morimoto. And I'm sitting here and thinking and just kind of figuring out on the go, basically. So what I've learned so far, so we're gonna take a look. So this is a Bluetooth module that controls the lights you want. So I took right here the 12 volt focus, 12 volt, and I then T-tapped it to my DRLs, black and red wire. So from my understanding, we're gonna be only using channel 1. So we're just gonna be using this wire, and that should be it. So right now I wanna test out to see if these lights actually work. Now, I did watch a YouTube video on how to install these, but I did not see this. So this is one of their newer systems, I'm guessing. So I'm gonna really try to figure this out. All right, so for anyone doing this Morimoto kit, I will explain to you how the wiring diagram works. So when you start off, you're gonna have your Bluetooth controller. You're gonna grab this. You're gonna plug this into your DRL or some sort of power source. So this is currently connected to my DRLs, which power my my bezels, and yeah, basically my DRLs, my daytime running lights. So you go from the power source to your Bluetooth controller. Now from there you go from channel 1. So this is going to be the first light, this is going to be the second light. Yeah, so the first light, this is going to connect to a driver, and then so clip the black to black, and then this longer wire, white to white, and then this, and then yeah, you end up with your sea light. Now what I just figured out was I plugged this in and I turned it on. And it was super dim and I was so confused. So I figured out that you have to actually ground this regardless. So this is your ground wire. Make sure you ground this, both of these, for your both drivers. And this orange wire is for your turning signals. So again, Bluetooth controller, all the way to your driver, all the way to your sea light. Ground it, turning signal. All right, so as you can see, we have finished these and they look pretty nice. I sprayed clear coat on them so they'll be protected a bit. So now that I know my sea lights work, now we can put this all back together. All right, so we got both sea lights in. Now time to reassemble the whole headlight. First, we're gonna screw this back on. All right, that's already looking good. I like what I see. All right, so now we're gonna be moving on to the adhesive part. So we're going to, I guess, reseal the whole thing. I hope I have enough. All right, so I'll say this now, but that was probably the most difficult part, putting them back together. It's such a hard time, but I got it done. They look beautiful. Now, more for the easier part is the wiring. All right, so here's what I did for now. So the driver, I zip tied to, I guess, this frame right here. And then what I did is I grounded the wire up here. Now, I ran out of T-taps, so I can't T-tap the other side. Actually, no, I have one more. Yeah, one more, and that will be for that side. So just so you guys know, okay, so these are the turning signals. Now I will do these later because, like I said, I ran out of T-taps. I will connect those to the signals later. So from here, we have our Bluetooth module. Now, I don't know where I'm gonna put it. It might be here. And then the last one is right under there. Now, the reason I put it under there is so this orange wire can reach to the signal. And then I'll just take the black wire and I'll just T-tap it into one of these grounds right here. So as you can see, I've already plugged in the lights, and if you turn them on, like so, they work like a charm. Now that looks cool. So I guess now is the time to just put everything back together, and the train's coming again. All right, so I put everything back together. So what I do with the wiring is, so I zip tied my Bluetooth module right here, zip tied the drive right here, tied up the turning signal wire there, and then I let it, plugged it in here, and then I T-tapped to this ground wire right here. So I gotta say, she looking fine. So we got everything organized, everything zip tied, everything good. All done. All right, so I'm super exhausted. That took literally all day to do. Definitely one of the harder installs I've done to this car, but definitely worth it. So, the big reveal. In 3, 2, 1. I'm a true champion. All right, so that pretty much does it for today's install. I'm tired. I want to go home. So I hope you guys got something out of this. Hope you guys learned something new. It was definitely on the difficult side for me. It was pretty hard, but in the end, it was definitely worth it. So, man, I'm sweating. All right, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. Peace. Quick fill out.
You're my dream, and I just want it.